Hey everybody, Xavier here, and yeah, I this is gonna be more of a rant, kind of. I did not write a script this time around, and the reason being is kind of want to catch these feelings when they were fresh. Um, so here I am on my break for lunch, um, making this video because I'm not gonna have the time otherwise to do it. And it's kind of funny because it rolls into what today's topic is. You might have noticed, on YouTube, and honestly, not just YouTube, but pretty much everywhere, AI has taken over, right? I use AI every day at my job. If I were to show you my computer right now, you will pretty much always see Gemini open. It's helping me write emails, it's helping me come up with ideas, it's helping me do whatever. And that's the way I believe AI should be used as a tool. And for a lot of people, that is how it's used. It's super discouraging getting on YouTube and seeing a video have hundreds of thousands of views, if not millions, have hundreds and thousands of subscribers, if not millions. All it is AI slop, essentially. I realize I'm running into this a lot more, and it just really sucks, right? Because while on one hand, I want to do the right thing. I love making videos. It is something that I truly enjoy doing. It doesn't show on this channel, but I've been doing YouTube for a very long time. I started off with the gaming channel. I did all this other stuff. It was when I was younger, and high school is when I started. Keep in mind, I graduated high school in 2013, right? So that shows you how much I've been on and off of YouTube making content. Now, obviously, I still haven't found my route yet. I still haven't found what works best for me as far as what's going to help my channel grow and what's going to really get me up there. Now, at this point, I've come to the conclusion that this YouTube channel isn't necessarily so it can become a source of income. While that would be nice, I more so want it for myself to have memories, kind of treat it as a journal per se, so that way my future kids and myself in the future have something to always look back on. It's hard, right? It's hard to not want to feed into that machine. It's hard to not just follow suit and do what these other YouTubers are doing, because at the end of the day, like, everybody's eating a little bit. I want my slice of the pie too. The amount of man hours that I've put into YouTube is ridiculous. And it's super unfortunate because I know I'm not going to be the only small channel that feels this way. And a lot of people are going to stop making content just because they don't feel like they're getting anywhere. And you can make a video. It took you, a couple of hours to edit. It took you 30 minutes to record. It took you an hour to record. A grand total of everything could take like 2, 3 hours, whatever it may be. So that way you can put a proper video that you feel proud of. And with that video that you just spent so much time making, um, you get 10 views, you get 12 views, you get 50 views, right? And you're like, man, I don't feel like the amount of work I'm putting in just doesn't match the view ratio that I'm getting. That has always been a struggle for a lot of people. They feel like their YouTube channel is getting nowhere because, well, they just aren't getting views. But then you can have some person that just puts in an idea through AI, it spits out a full prompt with visuals and everything that's needed. You can type in a little bit more so that we can go a little bit more into details on what you want out of the script. You put the script through an AI voice generator, and then you use AI to also create the video in the background. That takes all but an hour, right? That takes all but an hour. Most of the time that's spent is the time that's used to generate the content that you're creating. And because it doesn't take much to do, these people are able to just push out video after video daily, sometimes more than one video a day they're able to do. And with that, they're able to grow their channel because they're posting so often, and they're getting eyes on hot topics because they can keep up with every single topic that's going on, since they really don't have to do much work. And then to add to all that, they run multiple channels because, well, it's so easy just to continuously spit out prompts and spit out videos using just AI, that now they have a collection of videos all gathering views, all getting subscribers, all doing everything. And the person that's putting in all this work just feels like it's all for nothing. So what brought this topic is that there are multiple occasions where I clicked on something and then I realized shortly after it was just AI slop. There have been a few times that I've been fooled. I'm not gonna pretend like the AI hasn't gotten good enough to fool people. And I'm a pretty tech savvy guy, like I work in IT. One of the first instances that I can think of, I was actually playing music off of YouTube. It was like one of those long playlists where it's like a Daft Punk style, whatever it may be, like funk. And it's about an hour and change. And a part of the song came on, and I'm like, oh man, this is awesome. I need to add this to my Spotify. I searched for it, and the song doesn't exist. And I'm like, hmm, okay. I skip forward, I go to another song just to see. I start searching for any of the songs that are on this playlist. Nothing exists. And I'm like, okay, um, this is kind of shitty because I know that it's taking away from actual DJs and actual artists that are putting in that work. And it had me fooled. 100% it had me fooled. I thought that these were actual songs, but it turns out it's just AI, right? An AI generated audio and then an AI generated photo to go with that audio. I click on the page. They recently started gathering tons of views. I'm not going to put them in the video because I don't want to give any more viewership to any of these channels. Now, obviously, they're going to get it regardless, but I don't want to add into that. I'm looking through the comments. It's legit comments, right? Comments are getting better when it comes to AI comments. They're starting to look a lot more human. They're even having interaction with each other, which is kind of scary. But I feel like I can at least tell with certain things like that because I now click on people's pages. I see how long the account has been active for, things like that. So these comments look legit, like they look like actual users. And again, I'm just like, man, this really sucks, bro, because like there are people putting in that work and that those man hours to try to even get a smidge of the viewership and the subscriber count that they're getting for this channel that's just strictly made from AI stuff. Another example that I can think about was me and my fiance, we like looking at travel videos since it's something that we do plan on doing fairly soon. We plan on doing a lot of traveling. We were looking at a specific location overseas. The video started off perfectly fine. I saw they had like, they had the scenic video in the background and all this other stuff. I'm like, okay, cool. As the video went along, things just started to kind of crumble. Within the first like 2 minutes, it pretty much started repeating itself. Not word by word. Sorry if you hear my cat in the background, but not word by word. But it was essentially saying the same thing over and over again. Let me see what I can find for an example. It'll be like, okay, let's say that you see this, right? It'll go, this cup is blue and it's beautiful. And you're like, okay, cool. Then a few moments later, it'll say, the cup is beautiful and blue. And then it'll say, the beautiful and blue cup shortly after, right? So it'll just keep kind of repeating the same words. It's almost like if you've ever seen those videos where they talk about how English sounds to non-English speakers.
Did you fly by the Lombok Call?
Yeah, I come by the next one. I played that Privatium by the wrong front line today.
Oh, the Raising Man with the National Marine? Don't for me you greet that Trajan.
No, her station is trapped. I mean, why the Crest soldier for the Magdalene nation? It's further grat to my Joseph.
Joseph for the Magalon?
Magalon my shit.
It's kind of like that. The video eventually just started kind of babbling along and just saying words that technically is a sentence, but it didn't really make sense. And it just made me think this 100% is AI as well. Whenever you type in an AI prompt, if you use AI enough, like Gemini or ChatGPT or whatever else is out now, and you have it write you a prompt, normally it it talks itself to confusion. And I see this all the time when people send out emails. They think they're sending a comprehensive email that sounds intelligent, but as you're reading along, I'm like, I kind of lost the plot of this email. What's going on? That's exactly what was happening in that video. And at that point, I knew, I'm like, damn, like this is crazy. It took me a solid 3 minutes to realize that it's just repeating itself pretty much over and over again. I wake up at 4:45 every single day. That way I can record videos, I can edit videos, I can make thumbnails. Um, it gives me enough time to be able to do that, walk my dog for a mile, sometimes over a mile, eat breakfast, and get ready for work. So, in other words, I'm exhausted, right? Like, I'm tired. I'm doing this on my lunch break, I'm tired. It makes me just want to get a piece of the pie as well. But then a part of me just thinks, I've been on YouTube for a very long time, not just making videos, but engaging in videos, right? Like being on YouTube. And I don't want to see it just turn into what it is, but it seems like it's heading in that direction anyways. So then I think I've missed so many opportunities because I didn't jump on it because of my morals, right? Do I just throw my morals out the freaking window so I can get to where I want to be in life? Like, do I do that? If I'm not creating the AI slop, there's going to be another person that takes on that opportunity. And they're monetizing these videos. I know that they are because I got off of my YouTube account and just got into one that I don't have YouTube Premium for, and they're playing ads. They have so many channels and so many videos. If each of them are getting a few 100,000 or a million views, like they're making money, man. Like they're making good money. I want to make good money. Is my break almost over? Let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. Do I just sell my soul and just start feeding into the AI machine, or just keep doing my thing? Anyways, love y'all. Peace.